Okay, let's go. I heard that this table over here is ready to go with their spokesperson. We're gonna have everyone speak from the podium, and I heard that some people don't like to do that, but it's the best way for people to hear. So if you wanna send your spokesperson up to the podium to do your 30 seconds, great. All right, let's go for the group one.
Hi, I'm Laura. I'm from Wildcard Group, and we talked a lot about various things. We talked about comparative data and decision making. We talked about service companies and the supply chain and how a service company can actually change. What are the impacts of service companies? We talked about Walmart and share value and how you can actually maybe contact your suppliers and others, customers, get information from them. We also talked about the core business strategy and the impact of the core business, not just minor like band-aids or small initiatives. We talked about if companies can actually choose their clients and if they are going to eliminate those that are umhverfisóðar, those that are not good for the environment. We talked about the role of the small and medium-sized enterprises because they are the majority of the businesses in the world. Yeah, I think these are the main things that we discussed.
Okay,
Thanks.
Great. Thank you. You guys? Who's here? You? Go for it. All right, next group.
Hi, my name's Kamma. I'm from Group 3, or one of the groups, number 3. We were tasked with education and engagement, and we picked the challenge of how to reach everyone in the company so that it goes down. It's not just at the leadership level. What we felt made the most sense was to have either to have an ambassador in each department or to have someone come into each department monthly to keep everyone engaged, educated, and make sure that this discussion was personable, that you were talking in person to every employee. Of course, this is a very Icelandic way of doing things because we're a small community, and we really can get to know everyone in a company. It's plausible. We think that once you're talking to someone face-to-face about these values, you'll be more engaged. You have to inspire the company to come with you on this common journey, and that works better if you're down on the floor. So we also feel that the leaders should make sure that they themselves come down once in a while at least and talk directly with the workers. Tell them what they're doing well, show an interest, show how important this is to the company. Thank you.
Hi, we were Group 5. We were the wild card group. So we had a mix of people from Festa, from businesses, as well as from grassroots, as well as politicians. And so basically what we were really getting around our pain point was that there was a bit of frustration that sometimes legislation is actually already happening too late, that people were ready for the plastic bag movement, and now the plastic ban movement is happening next year, but stores were already ready to make this change. Or the smoking ban, that the legislation took a long time to happen, but by the time it occurred, everyone was already ready to stop smoking indoors anyways. So what we wanted to do was try to find a way to bridge the gap between what people are already ready for and then how to more quickly get that into legislation, which will then force companies to change their hand, because we are in a mix of all of these kind of organizations. So what we were thinking was that maybe Festa or finding someone else that can host some sort of like maybe Reddit board or some sort of board that could create a feeling of what people are already ready for, or some sort of Twitter to kind of get an idea of what's trending and what people are ready for, so that way we can make the changes that people are ready for more quickly. Thank you.
Oh, you want to? Oh, you ready? Okay. Okay, go for it.
Hi, I'm Erla. I'm from Group 4. We were talking about data and reporting. and we had a mix of companies and people from the public sector. We all agreed upon that Klappir was very helpful for reporting, especially for the E part, but some of us were struggling with the S and G and the G part, and we were talking about solutions and how Þetta could help us. And we talked about your framework, Jaime, that was really helpful to have the structure, and maybe there would be a possibility to have workshop around the structures, so companies could have discussion about, each part of the structure in some kind of a formal way, so they can move forward down to the step 8. And then we talked about problems like the public sector, like here in Reykjavík. We're trying to educate our staff about how to manage the recycling. And then when you go home, the recycling in Kópavogur is different from the recycling in Reykjavík, and you have the blue for paper in Reykjavík and plastic in Kópavogur, and that's like a challenge when you're trying to educate people. So it would be great if that could be fixed by the regulator. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Snjólaug, and I was in group 3, the second table. And our solutions regarding education and engagement was to make sure that we all realize that our staff is made out of real people of different ages, genders, races, and such. And we need to make sure that everybody gets the education that is good or that they link to and can see themselves doing and be educated from. So having different kinds of seminars, maybe seminars online, videos, short videos, making sure that you only have like 3 or 4 minute reads instead of like big reports, and get people engaged, and also compliment them visibly on how they're doing, and making sure that they feel that they're taking part in the sustainability of the company. And then make sure that you share information and how well they've been doing, so they can see themselves in this. And then also what Kama already talked about, having an ambassador from each department, making sure that each department is engaged. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Einar, and we were group 1 with the mission group. This is a very big mission for 30 minutes. But when we started sharing our backgrounds and our project and our work environment, we all seemed to be saying the same thing. We were, even though some of us came on board early, few years ago, many years ago, or decades ago, everyone seemed to be struggling with the same, or their tasks seem to be the same. We are implementing and developing new strategy for our workplace, for a new world, for new challenges, for new reality, and it's taking those new demands from this new reality into our structure and into our companies, and making it fit, and then turning around and implementing it both internally and externally, and get everyone to jump on the wagon and sort of join the marching band, if you will. So, I mean, we didn't solve the world problems, but it was remarkably funny, even though our backgrounds are very diverse, and that seemed to be the sort of the red line and the red thread through everyone's story this morning. So that's how far we got on the mission. Thank you.
Yep.
Hello, my name is Jónína from Terra umhverfisþjónusta. I was in on the group 2, so we were talking about strategy and implementation, and we were a group of from banks, Arionbanki, Íslandsbanki, Ísal, Landsvirkjun, Mannvit. Yeah, I think I covered it. So what we talked about in associated to the strategy and implementation was how do we impact others within our own organization and others, so our suppliers and our customers in this awareness and to do some action when we are ourselves still on this journey. So how do we inspire someone while we are still taking the steps ourselves? One of the pain points that we associated with it is that it's difficult to put a cost on it, because it's very easy to know the cost of an action. It's very difficult to put a cost on inaction. What does it cost to do nothing? So that was one of what we thought that Festa and this community could help with, was that to try to find, because Festa already has one of the calculators, the carbon footprint calculators on their website. So if it would somehow connect cost to emissions and others, so it will be easier to, aspire action. Thanks.
We have 2 more groups.
Hi, my name is Aðalheiður and I was in a group number 4 where we were discussing data and reporting. So the main problem that we discussed is gathering data, both the problem of getting the data from a third partner and also for smaller companies that don't have the resources to collect the data through GRI or similar